Welcome back to Gintama Anime Review Special number 9. Yep, the 9th special. This one I'm reviewing the 703rd chapter of the manga, which is known as The Right Eye. Back here, our last chapter left off, which came out 2 weeks ago, by the way. You have Gin standing in front of Rosaru in the damaged terminal, which, okay. Yeah, this is by far the second time in the series that this place, the top of things, has been destroyed. Yeah, but last time it was due to that Liberation Army blowing it up. This time it's resolved battle between Gin and one of the series' villains, Usaru. Well, one people who basically created Usaru. Yep, and they talked for a little while. By the way, this chapter is roughly 45 pages long, and there's nothing about the ending. I'll get to that soon when I get to it. Basically, you do lots of talking, Gin, just like, okay, enough talking. I'm taking out my wooden sword. I'm walking up to you. Oh, but the person on the ground is actually Takagi, one of his former friends. He takes the sword. Apparently, the guy gets up, stabs him right in the frickin' gut. Yep. And of course, what you see also here in the present, we see Gin take his wooden sword and stab Usaru right through the gut with his wooden sword, sends him flying. And we see briefly Kagura, Shimahamaru, Sheen for like a one small, I see them here. They're here for like with Sheen's sister for like 3 panels on one page, and plus another panel here. They see, well, Gin Sensei after he'd been stabbed, and of course Gin talks with Sarah basically about tragedy. There's lots of flashback here, and he started a big brawl, which apparently has parallels with Takagi, and flashbacks to their childhood, and he slices him up with a sword, which I think is supposed to be a wooden sword, taking another one. Apparently he's got 2. And he walks over to Takagi, while the other guy, who I think is supposed to be his sensei, and of course Sheen basically takes him with him, and tells him basically, tells him that he wanted to say thank you for training him for so long. And of course we have Gin have his last moments with Takagi. Takagi is dying. And he basically talks a little while. He talks to him for quite a while. Eventually you see his eyes close, and yeah, Takagi dies in 703. And then we have Gin just looking at the sunset. And then we have something here that, well, and it says, next time, the final lesson will be distributed June 17th on Monday. Okay, the thing with the final lesson. Okay, the writer of Gintama has had this thing for years. I'd say for the past like 3 or 4 years, where he's frequently teased the ending that he's going to end the series. Excuse me. Recently, I believe it was this past October, that he teased the manga and last year with chapter 698. Nope, that didn't happen. Instead, it ended the weekly format and got switched to Jump Ginga, though it took a few months. And is saying Jump Ginga for about 3 chapters. And then they left Jump Ginga to go to an app. Yes, Gintama's got an app. And the past 2 chapters, it's released via the app. Though for some reason, I'm not sure why this was, where after 701 it moved to the app, it took 3 months to release this damn chapter. Okay? And now apparently we have the final lesson. Okay? Is this next chapter going to be the end of the series? Possibly, but knowing the writer, he'll probably troll us that he'll probably continue the series for a little bit longer. Yes. This chapter was very good. I like what he did with Takagi's death. It's very well handled. Though, he gives a long speech, like traditionally, like a lot of time in fiction, someone's dying, give a long speech. And I even love the special moment where you see Takagi looking at Gin, because Gin's the last thing he sees, and because he's dying, he closes his eyes and he dies right in Gin's arms. It's a very beautiful moment for the series. And Sheen himself, basically Sheen and Kagura, don't do very much chapter aside from one to running into Gin's teacher. That's it. The other guy gets simply stabbed, and that's really it. It felt as though with this particular chapter, it definitely does feel like it's getting toward the end. But, knowing this writer, he'll probably troll us again, saying, nope, not the final chapter, we're going to continue it for a little bit. But who knows? It all depends upon the writer of the series. But I'm going to give this chapter roughly a 10 out of 10. It's a fantastic chapter. But the high point of this chapter is Takagi's death. Because, like I said, it's well handled, it's beautifully drawn, and I love the ending of it, basically, when they finally show him die. It's not like you just see him just collapse right there. You actually see his eyes actually closing for the last time. But this means he won't reunite with the woman who's been in love with him since they first met. Yeah, I'm sure she probably won't take the news very lightly. I'm sure she'll find some way to resurrect him, knowing her. Yep. So yeah, that's particularly it for this particular review. And it's also my last video planned to today. Tomorrow I have roughly 3 videos planned. Excuse me, heavy reviews of the newest episodes for One Piece, almost new chapter, Dragon Ball Super, newest episode of Dub, and of course newest episode of Boruto. And I have been checking to see if the new chapter of Boruto is released yet. And it hasn't, as far as I can tell. Yeah, I'm not really sure why the chapter's never released. I figure though it might have been released by now, but I personally haven't seen it because the last chapter came out like a little over a month ago, and I keep checking. On the site I use, I haven't seen it yet, if in fact it hasn't released, but who knows, it might be released tomorrow. I'll probably check it later, okay? But until we see you in the next review, bye.